everyone, so this is my review of Manifest, Season 1, Episode 11, called Contrails, and essentially what this episode is about is that a conspiracy theory that harkens back to the day that the plane disappeared sort of comes back into light, and while it's going on, Michaela sort of helps Autumn on her own path of redemption. And this was a really interesting episode that definitely had a lot of really good moments to it. And with certain parts of how this episode ended, I'm very curious to sort of see if anything comes back in the future. Where everything in this episode around Ben and the sort of pilot was interesting, where Ben is given a mission by Cal to help the man on the plane that he discovers is the pilot. And sort of everything around that was interesting, with them sort of building up this detail about what was really going on, because the fact that the pilot and the stories around everything around him were not true, where they have it as him sort of flying through just a casual storm, when in reality he was flying through this massive, almost hurricane condition storm. And just everything on file and stuff doesn't match up to the truth that he knows. So him sort of trying to put together the pieces of what was really going on and trying to sort of free himself from all the blame that people are putting on him for the fact of all these passengers disappearing for 5 years. And the truth coming out around the idea of this sort of black lightning was interesting, where this sort of meteorologist that was studying the one area that the plane disappeared at the time discovers this random phenomenon, and is sort of shut down by the government from being able to share that information. And that being sort of the key thing, that it's this sort of unknown force that potentially is the reason behind why they disappeared, potentially. And that was interesting to see how all that sort of played out. And then everything with the pilot sort of continuing on his mission of trying to prove himself innocent and prove that himself that he was capable of doing everything that he thinks he can, was interesting, with him continuing to sort of deny the one scientist lady who has the whole connected mind theory that I can't remember her name right now. He continues to sort of think that she's behind everything that happened. And so he sort of takes her hostage and takes her with him to make sure that all his possible variables and conditions are the same. And that was interesting to see sort of how all that turned out, where he decides to sort of hijack a plane and attempt to do the same feat that he did again with this another oncoming storm coming in. And everything around that makes me very curious to see what's going to happen in the future, because of the fact that by the end of this episode, it was sort of brought up that yes, it's assumed that their plane was shot down by all the fighter pilots that went after them, but the fact that they can't find any sort of remnants of the plane or anything like that makes it seem like they also disappeared again. So I'm very interested to see if there's the potential that the two of them are going to come back in the future or something like that. And if there is some more of a reality, or the rest of the group sort of finds them at some point or something. I'm just really curious to see what's going to happen with that sort of mystery there. Then everything with Autumn and Michaela was interesting, with Autumn continuing to be harassed by these people who work for the Major, and her sort of going in to figure out some more details about Cal and about the whole sort of family and stuff. It was interesting with her finally stumbling upon Cal's journal, where he's making all these drawings of the future, and her sort of tearing out a page and sort of doing all this different stuff to finally reveal the truth about Cal to the Major. It was interesting to sort of see how all that played out. And I'm very interested to see in the next episode sort of why she chose to do what she did. Then the ending of this episode makes me really excited to see what's going to happen in the next episode, where it's shown at the end of this episode that Cal has gone missing. And it's sort of unknown that whether or not he ran away because of something that he saw, or if he was taken by the Major. Just, I'm very curious and excited to see what's all going to happen there. And just, yeah. So that's my review of Manifest. season 1, episode 11, called Contrails. And yeah, so